Smack 'em a gob, everybody. Hey, Bjørn-Rune Nilsen. He asked me to review Back to the Future. And look, I like a movie when I buy it on 4K. You know, I bought the DVD back in the day, then Blu-ray, and now that I got a 4K player and 4K 72-inch TV, 77-inch, I think. I'm buying all my favorite movies on 4K. And yeah, this is one of my favorite movies. And I've said it. Hey, Bjorn asked me to review movies before, and I said it. Dude, Bjorn, I'm not good at reviewing movies. And he doesn't care. He's like, I don't give a fuck. You know, keep reviewing. And yes, I have had some comments going, yeah, you're okay at reviewing movies. You're all right, you know. I just think they don't want to hurt my feelings. Then I've had some people leave comments going, yeah, you're right, you suck at that. And I do agree with it. But whatever, you know, I'm getting the swing of doing this movie review thing, but in my style. I'm not going to be talking about key grips and all this other shit that professional movie critics do on YouTube. And let me tell you something, those people are good. Compared to me, they blow me away. But I'm going to do my own little spin on this. And I want to talk about, before I get into the actual movie. Well, no, I am going to get into the movie. But to me, a turning point in everything, for me, was after 1984. I think everything after 1984 wasn't as good as everything before 1984. Movies, music, you know, don't break the oath. Merciful Fate. I don't think there's ever been an album better than that since. You know, that was 84. Now this here's the exception. This is 85. And this is the best. I mean, there's been awesome movies afterwards, like I gotta say, like Goodfellas is really great. Casino is great, of course. Glorious Bastards. There's a lot of good movies, but I'm saying the 80s is kind of, you know, some good ones, but man, this. And you know, I think it has a lot to do with maybe it was filmed in 1984. I don't know, it came out in 85. But the spirit of the awesomeness of 84 is in this movie. And you know, just to go through the plot a little bit, Michael J. Fox, so sorry to hear he's got Parkinson's. It's hard. It's hard to watch it. You know, it's shaking. It's just, man, so sad. Such a talented actor. Perfect for this movie. They had, what's his name? Eric Stoltz was the original cast, and then whatever happened, they got Michael J. Fox, who fucking nailed the role. I think he's got great timing, you know? Like, what's that part of it? You made a time machine out of the DeLorean? Like, his delivery of it is so killer. And, yeah, just to think, man, 1985, he went back to the 50s, which is 30 years back then. Now, this movie is 40 years old. So back in 1985, the 50s, you know, I wasn't alive yet, but, you know, still, you know, just to think. Now, looking back 40 years from 1985 would be 1945, you know, and 55, oh my God, it's crazy. But anyway, he goes back to 1985. Edward Van Halen does appear in the movie, his guitar playing. When Michael J. Fox puts in the Van Halen cassette, that actually is Eddie Van Halen doing the guitar licks and shit. Crispin Glover is hilarious. He's a weird dude. I like that other movie he did, River's Edge. That was cool. That was a cool movie. He's a great actor, but he's fucking bizarre. You ever seen that interview he did on David Letterman where he threw a kick at Letterman? Fucking bizarre dude. But Yeah, who else? Christopher Lloyd is awesome. And what's his name? Butch, whatever, the bad guy. Yeah, like, you know, I mean, this ain't a review, man. I'm just telling you how I feel about this. It's a great movie. It's got a great flow. It's got such hilarious stuff going on, you know, of the differences of the 80s and 50s, and they come to play in the movie, and it's really, really funny stuff, you know. Now, this is the ultimate trilogy, which brings part 2 and part 3. Honestly, part 2 and part 3 are not bad. Part 2, it's a little try hard though. You can tell they're trying to catch lightning in a bottle twice, and it doesn't quite work, but it's still a good popcorn movie. Not bad. The third one I would say is the worst out of all of them, the whole Western thing, but it wasn't bad either. It's a good popcorn flick, but if ever I reach to put this on, it's part 1. I did watch part 2 and part 3 on this 4K when I bought it. You know, I did watch them all, and I don't think I'll be watching 2 or 3 anytime soon, but if ever I want to watch Back to the Future, I will definitely put on the first one. But what else is there to say? I think I covered it all, right? He went back to the future, and everything worked out, but then it didn't work out, where Doc shows up at the end, and he has to go to the future. Crazy stuff, but a really well-made movie, and I remember seeing it. I dated this girl. Her name was Jenny, and I took her to the movie. This is when I first got my car, and I dated this girl, and I took her to the movies to see Back to the Future, and we both enjoyed it very much so. And I also remember I never had sex with Jenny. That was sad. Anyway, hey Bjorn, was this good enough? I think it's good enough, right? This is what I feel about Back to the Future. Best movie after 1984 in the 80s. I think maybe Goodfellas was late 80s. But whatever. I like this even more than Goodfellas. Not much more, but I like it more. This is a great feel-good movie. Probably my second favorite Spielberg movie after Jaws, my favorite movie of all time. Back to the Future. What do you all think? Leave it in the comments below. I'm interested to see what you all think. Do you all love it as much as I do? Leave it in the comments below. And thank you again, Bjorn. I hope you enjoyed this movie review. And everybody out there, I hope you all enjoyed it. If you like to donate, I got a PayPal in the description below. And please subscribe to my channel if you haven't. And ring that little notification bell. Hold on a second. I got to pull this up because I always tell you to listen to a certain song. So let me find a certain song here that I wrote down. Okay, here we go. All right, so thanks for watching, everybody. Stay frosty. Listen to Michael Schenker Group Desert Song and schmack 'em a gob.